Have you ever seen a place that seems to have appeared from nothing? One day there is only sand and sun, before and after. A sandy 1980s coastline next to the modern Dubai skyline. The next, there are towers of glass reaching for the sky. This is the story of Dubai. It is a city that grew from a small fishing village into a global center in just a few decades. Many people see the shine and the newness. They see the tallest building in the world, and islands made by human hands. But they do not always see the quiet story beneath the surface. It is a story of survival. It is a story of trade, and of a powerful dream. This place holds a mystery. How did it rise so fast from the desert? The city asks you to look closer. It invites you to wander past the bright lights. Beneath the roar of supercars you can hear older sounds. The call to prayer echoes from ancient minarets. The soft slap of water against a wooden boat, called an abra, can still be heard on its central creek. To find Dubai, you must look at a map of the world. Find the Arabian Peninsula. There, on the southeast coast of the Persian Gulf, lies the city. It is one of 7 emirates that form the United Arab Emirates. The land around it is a vast expanse of the Arabian desert. The sand is fine and stretches for miles. For centuries, the desert was a difficult place to live. The sun is strong, and the heat can be fierce. Water was the most precious thing, a source of life that decided where people could settle. The city itself sits right on the edge of this sandy world, looking out at the calm, blue sea. This location, where the desert meets the water, is the key to everything. The sea provided a way to live that the land could not. The Dubai Creek, a natural saltwater inlet, runs through the heart of the old city. It created a natural harbor, a safe place for boats to rest. This is where the first settlers made their homes. They were fishermen. They were pearl divers. They built their houses from palm fronds and coral stone. Their lives were tied to the rhythm of the water. The sea gave them food. It gave them a product to trade. It gave them a highway to connect with the rest of the world. The culture that grew here was shaped by these two powerful forces. From the desert came the values of the Bedouin people. They were known for their incredible hospitality. For a long time, the treasure of Dubai was not black gold, but white pearls. The waters of the Gulf were rich with oysters. From May to September, the men of the city would set sail for the pearl beds. This work was incredibly difficult and dangerous. The divers would hold their breath for minutes at a time. They would dive deep into the warm sea with a rope and a basket. They plugged their noses with clips made of turtle shell. They protected their fingers with leather caps. They faced sharks. They faced jellyfish. They faced the constant risk of drowning. It was a test of endurance and courage. The entire community was part of the pearling industry. While the men were at sea, the women managed life on shore. The children managed life on shore. They would wait anxiously for the boats to return. The pearls they brought back were the city's economic lifeblood. Merchants would buy the pearls and sell them. Traders traveled to India. Traders traveled to Europe. In Japan, a man named Kokichi Mikimoto discovered how to create cultured pearls. These were perfectly round and much cheaper to produce. Suddenly, the demand for natural pearls from the Gulf dropped. The next great change for Dubai came in 1966. It was a moment that would alter its destiny forever. Oil was discovered offshore. This was not a surprise, as neighboring regions had already found vast reserves. But the amount of oil in Dubai was not as large as in other places. The city's leaders, especially Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed Al Maktoum, knew this. He understood that the oil money was a gift, but it was a temporary one. He saw it not as a final destination, but as the fuel to build a future that would last long after the oil wells ran dry. This foresight was the true discovery. Today, when you think of Dubai, you might picture the Burj Khalifa piercing the clouds. You might imagine the sail-shaped Burj Al Arab Hotel, or the man-made Palm Jumeirah Island. These are symbols of modern Dubai, ambition and engineering. The city is famous for doing things that seem impossible. Indoor ski slope in the desert, one of the world's largest shopping malls with a giant aquarium. Projects meant to capture the world's attention, futuristic and forward. But to truly know Dubai, look backward. Walk away from the 6-lane highways into Al Fahid's narrow, winding lanes. The old city is preserved. Houses of gypsum and coral. Iconic wind towers funneling breeze into rooms. Walking here feels like stepping into another time. Small museums, art galleries, quiet courtyards. This is the city's old heart, and it is still beating. Cross Dubai Creek on an Abra, a small wooden water taxi. It links the textile souk, the spice souk, the gold souk. Markets scented with cinnamon, saffron, and oud. Merchants selling shimmering gold, colorful fabrics. This commerce began it all, now on a grander scale. Hospitality remains a cornerstone. A family at a high-tech VR park, then gathering for rice and lamb. The call to prayer gives a timeless rhythm. Dubai embraces the future without erasing its past. An identity strong enough to welcome the world without losing itself.